Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
So I have some names here of young people who are really leaving a mark globally and who are taking actions which are impacting the country in large ways, right? So I have Mirabai Chanu, who has made the country proud at all the weightlifting championships. We have two girls who are called Aditi Prasad and Deepti Rao. They have started something which helps young girls in the country code, helps them learn code so that they can implement that code and lead to real life impact. Right? Then we have people like Anand Maligawad, who is in Bangalore and who is cleaning lakes after lakes after lakes in the city because he feels this is his job, this is his responsibility. He has to make his environment the way he wants it. So young people, be it in any field, right? Be it in Bollywood, education, science, technology, innovation, they have the power to steer change, steer the country towards a better tomorrow. So I wanted to ask you guys, how do you think the youth can help India progress? Saif.
So, well, you know, I think it's also about mindset. I mean, we came from a time, I did a film on that also, where, you know, you kind of had to follow a certain career path many years ago. I mean, following certain things was not an option. Even, frankly, becoming an actor was not always the most attractive option for certain people in families. Let's say, be a doctor or a lawyer and that kind of thing, and you're educated accordingly. And today, like you said, about whether it's weightlifting, all these things, it's also a question of options and mindset that's come forward.
Yes.
And that's the biggest change, and that discussion and that awareness that young people will bring to that.
Yeah, they could take that mindset forward and make sure they're doing what they're really passionate about.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
So yeah, the idea is to find a passion and to kind of use that to effect whatever positive change or that you can in your universe, in your sphere,
yes.
right?
Yeah. Bhumi, you want to add something to that?
Yeah, I mean, our youth is our future, right?
Yes.
With the way the world is connected today, we automatically have realized that, okay, we are lacking certain things in our country, but you just can't blame the government for it. We have to individually take some responsibility and make sure that we can bring about certain amount of change in our own way. You know, it can be something as simple as convincing the people that work for you, your staff, that, you know, you must go vote, or you must be responsible about the way you use water, or, you know, burning crops is not the best way of getting rid of, I mean, it causes air pollution. I mean, on a very individualistic level, we need to bring about a change. And I think that's what our youth has realized.
Yes.
You know, you have so many portals, like the one that you run, right? Where you are constantly bringing out constructive stories about what we as Indians are doing to bring about a change.
Yes.
You know, the internet obviously is a great boon. It has helped us a lot. It has helped us kind of open up our minds and see how our country can just become better. You know, we've realized that, okay, we can't have an ostrich mentality. We need to understand that, okay, this is a situation that we are in, and if we don't take strong actions against them, shit's gonna go down. You know?
Yes.
So, and I feel we are the ones that can do it. We have to do it for future generations to come. We have to do it for our current situation.
Yes, you do.
And the youth has all the power, yeah. You know, they have to, as Sir said, I think we have about 400 million young voters.
Yeah.
That's a huge number. And I truly, truly hope that all of them go vote, because you've got to be the change that you want to see.
Yes.
You know, that's how you make a country strong.
Yeah, it all starts from the basic. Be the change that you want to see. Definitely. Mr. Chug, you want to add something?
Yeah, so when you look at youth, it's really bringing in a lot of change, whether you look at the new startups, whether you look at, you know, the things which are happening around the country. I was reading an article 2 days back which mentioned about a young lady who has started a surfing community in a very small village town near Mangalore.
Yeah.
So, you know, these are very, very inspiring stories. Imagine setting up a surfing community and providing livelihood to nearby villages, you know, telling each villager that, you know, your family, if it takes care of, let's say, a tourist who comes and, you know, you offer them meals and accommodation, that is how you earn better, you provide education to your kids, and the whole community, the whole village evolves.
Yeah.
So, you know, there are really very, very interesting stories. And even when I talk to my son, you know, he's 14 years old, and if I tell him that, okay, this is what I'm thinking about you, he says, you don't think about me, let me think about myself. So this is the kind of change. And when you see such a vibrant youth and such an empowered youth, you really feel blessed that you're in a country where the youth is very, very active and is willing to participate and willing to contribute towards the progress of the country. And I feel, the biggest contribution which is required is now, when the biggest democratic setup and, the voting is happening.
Yeah. Sidhant, I think you have already added to it. You want to add more to that?
Yes, there's so much to add to that because I think social media is a very, I mean, when we're talking about youth, social media is a very important medium.
Yes.
Awareness about the procedure, if you're registered in a different state, you won't be able to vote here, but there are procedures. You fill a form 6. There's so many things, and it's all available on the internet.
Yes.
And I think the youth, there's an app recently launched called Voters Helpline.
Okay.
So you can check your status there. So it's becoming youth friendly.
Yeah.
But we, as the young India, we need, I think. So I come from theatre. And we used to do a lot of plays about street plays about the government, about Sarkar.
Okay.
I think there should be a lot of funding from the government distributed equally. There are only very few sectors which are the priority is on that, but even in sports. There's football, there's so many other sports which need a lot of funding because we want to be able to do everything.
Yeah, definitely.
Whatever we choose. ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए कि okay, if I want to learn film, I want to go to a film school, I'm going somewhere else. We should, focus on that because that's what will structure our country in the long run. May it be an acting institute, or may it be football, or may it be any sports, or we need to open a lot of more theatres. I'm talking about the plays.
Yeah.
Because it's different because there's a lot of I think there's
Passion.
there's a lot of passion
Yeah.
in the youth which I feel which needs focus.
Definitely. Like Saif said, taking
Yeah.
the mindset of passion,
Exactly,
working for my passion and running with it.
Exactly.